who would win in a mud wrestling match?
Who would win in a mud wrestling match?
Because that's what we want to see. We want to see them in bikinis, and we want to see them mud wrestling, like old school, man.
Coming to you from one of the most resourceful, independent, and badass generations of all time. Welcome to the Gen X Brothers Podcast.
Well, speaking of wacky shit, I don't know if you saw that. I just saw this article before we went on air that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert got into a fight or something. Like they were almost.
I saw the headline. That I didn't get a chance to read the article, but there's something to do with what was it about again?
So I guess apparently everyone thinks that they're like best friends because obviously they're on the same side. They're two hot, hot Trump chicks. I don't think they're hot, but they're in the Trump world. They're considered hot. So apparently that Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to like a racist, like a I don't want to say it wrong.
A white nationalist.
It wasn't a Nazi rally, but it was a white nationalist. That's the word I'm looking for. It was a white nationalist rally. And I guess Boebert is like, I don't want to be associated with that shit. And I'm thinking, really? I kind of figured you did. But, maybe she's going to be up for re-election soon and she needs to change her tune or whatever. I don't know.
If she's smart, that's what she'd be doing.
So I guess she was pissed off at her for going to that because they're kind of go hand in hand. So if one of them does one thing, they kind of both get the heat for it.
One represents Arizona, the other represents Georgia, which is
And they said something that they were almost going to come to blows or something. Like they were almost going to get in a fist fight.
Yeah, I saw that in the headline.
That's what I read. I don't know how true that is. But
it's probably true. Yeah.
So I say, fucking hey, if they really want to get voters going, they should have a fucking mud wrestling match, man. Let's get their asses in bikinis.
Come on, Gen X Brothers, and let's host
it. Let's go. We'll get the big fucking mud pit and put them in bikinis and have them just fucking Howard Stern style, just wrestle it out.
The bets are open, or the fucking place your bets and.
I got $40 on nudity.
Are you going to be Team Boebert or
somebody pulls something off?
You Team Boebert or Team Green?
I have to go with Boebert. She's kind of a tough. That Marjorie Taylor Greene is all talk. I think she's a fucking whiny little bitch. Yeah. But I think anyone could actually kick her ass if it came down to it. She's the type that acts tough until she's confronted. And she's like, you can tell. Yeah, exactly. Then she's fucking running for the hills. Oh no!
You see that video where
call the cops on you?
Yeah, you see that video where Costa was like harassing her, like, well, what did you say in the text and everything? She's like, read the text, and like, it's like, because it was about the text of her asking for martial or suggesting that Trump should do martial law.
Yeah. But
she was just saying that she was asking for other members that were suggesting martial law, but she didn't know anything about it. It's like,
but
why'd you bring it? And Costa's like, well, why'd you bring it up? Why'd you at least bring it up? Okay. It's like, so she's just like totally going off on him.
Fucking backpack. But no, I think Boebert seems like she seems bitchy, but she seems tough at the same time. Like she seems like she could probably kick some ass, but that's just speculation on my part. I don't know fucking one thing from my asshole.
She'd probably win. So So
Boebert. So, let's put it to the vote. Everybody out there, let us know Boebert or Taylor Greene.
I'll make it a poll on the Facebook group, the Gen X group. Go there and I'll make it a poll.
The Gen X Brothers group on Facebook. We'll put a poll up there. After this episode comes out, we'll see who you think is the top dog. Who would win in a mud wrestling match?
Who would win in a mud wrestling match?
Because that's what we want to see. We want to see them in bikinis, and we want to see them mud wrestling, like old school, man. Fucking 70s and 80s. We're going way back here. Sexists. Hey, because these two chicks are, they're fucking. They want men to rule and shit. They're all for the old days. So let's put them back in the old days. Put a beer in their hand, make them wrestle.
According to that one politician, that one GOP guy in the wheelchair, I forgot what his name is. But, there's the GOP orgies and cocaine. So, they're part of that.
Well, let's see them wrestle. And then when they're in the middle of it, we'll throw in a two-way dildo. And we'll see if they get fucking, we'll see if we'll get some action there. Porn action.
Some double.
Mud wrestling action.
Some DP.
Start playing some.
They could even do some mom has sex with her porn, whatever. Like Marjorie could be the MILF and Boebert would be the stepdaughter.
I could see that. Yeah. Hey, that should be a reenactment right there. I don't know if there's any. You're the one that has the porn account, Eric. Is there a reenactment? You should suggest that. I want a reenactment of Marjorie Taylor Greene, a lookalike, and a Boebert lookalike. Going at it. Double penetration. Let's get that going. Shit.
Wait, Howard, you said that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate that sound. That's like the worst sound in the world.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's our show. I think we need to end on that note right
Yeah,
there,
let's
man.
end on freaking
Let's leave that image in
QAnon
everybody's
porn.
mind.
QAnon porn.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing.
I think they would love to see it. All the QAnon would love to see that shit, man.
QAnon porn.
That's why they support them.
I'm gonna produce that shit. Make some money.
All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I don't even know what's a Boebert's first name.
Lauren. I think I want to say Lauren Boebert. That's a tongue twister.
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, Boebert.
Boebert and Green at it again. Part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
All holes are
And to recap,
suffice.
Metallica kicked Megadeth's ass.
They kicked him in the ass.
And maybe we should do another versus. Maybe audience can out there suggest who should we pit up against next?
Yeah.
Motley Crue
Who
versus
should we put
Rat
against Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost versus Iron Maiden.
Ghost versus Def Leppard.
Yeah, Ghost versus
and the Carpenters.
Yeah, Ghost versus Def Leppard would be interesting because Tobias said he actually modeled that new album off of Pyromania.
Fuck you, Eric. Everything I say, you gotta fucking ghost facts and shit,
like
man.
Ghost News, man.
I'm gonna pick the most obscure thing, and you'll be like, "Yeah, well, fucking Tobias said it. Yeah. He loved it, man."
Yeah, Tobias was there.
Oh, really? Tobias was fucking playing piano for Beethoven back in the 1800s and shit on a clavicle.
Yes.
He's a vampire. He's been fucking living forever. All right, everybody, that's our show. Show us your support.
Yes.
By following our social media, sharing the show with your friends, letting us know your opinion about Metallica or Megadeth.
Yes.
And all the different drinks that you can have with, where's the Ghost coffee, as a matter of fact? That's what I want to see.
Dead Sled Coffee. You need to make Ghost Coffee next, okay?
Yes, Dead Sled will support you 100% if you make Ghost Coffee.
Yes, give me my Ghost Coffee.
What happens is you pour it and it comes out white.
It comes out white.
You don't even get to fucking drink it. It disappears in your cup because it's a ghost.
Yes, Ghost Coffee.
But right on.
Top of 4.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We love your support. We appreciate you. And we will talk to you next week.
Horns up. Peace out.